Hey guys, what's up? This is Doctorian and welcome to the Legion Beta. Today we're going to take a look at the Vengeance Demonhunter, aka the tanking spec for the Demonhunter. First thing first, there are a lot of complaints that this spec is not really original, that a lot of abilities are being stolen from other classes. Is that true? Yes, it's true. We got things like Infernal Strikes, which leaps us through the air. We have things like which is just Leap of a Warrior, called Infernal Strike, but has 2 charges, 20 yard range. Yeah, it's just the Leap of a Warrior. We have Empowered Wards, yeah, reduces magical damage taken by 30% for 6 seconds. Anti-magic shield. We have Sigil of Change, yeah, places a Sigil of Change at your location. All enemies affected by the Sigil are pulled to its center and are snared, reducing movement speed by 30% for 7 seconds. This is what it looks like, yeah. Ardos, so even the active mitigation, if you take a look at it, the Demon Spikes search you with Fell Power, increasing your parry chance by 20% and reducing physical damage taken by 33% for 6 seconds. Savage Defense from Guardian Druid kind of reminds me of it. So basically, is this a class that brings a totally new, fresh way of tanking? No, it's not. It's not like in Wrath of the Lich King when the Death Knight came out. The Death Knight was a brand new class of tanking, a brand new style of tanking with all new ideas and abilities we have never seen before. Is that the case with the Demonhunter? No, it's not. It's the same with the Brewmaster came out in Mists of Pandaria. It was a completely new way of tanking. Even though it had things like self-healing and other kind of stuff, it was not even the same. It was not even remotely the same as a Death Knight. It was again something fresh and new. The Vengeance Demonhunters just takes abilities, takes all the good stuff, in my opinion, from other tanking classes and puts it into one class. It still makes it a very fun. At least for me, this is going to be my main spec. This is the Vengeance Demonhunter. In my case, it makes me. I think it's a very fun class to play. It still makes it fun. Yeah, even though I played a Blood Death Knight in Mists of Pandaria and a Guardian Druid in Wallace of Draenor and a Paladin in Cataclysm and Wrath of the Lich King, I still think this is a very fun class, very mobile class to play with. So this is going to be my main character, the Vengeance Demonhunter. So nothing is wrong with it. It's not a bad class. It's not underpowered. It's not shit or whatever. No, it's just not really original and fresh, but it's still a lot of fun. Let's dive into it. How does this class work? Well, what we do is with Shear, yeah, we're generating pain. Shear is an ability that does 56k damage and generates 6 pain, if I'm right, with every hit. Not entirely sure, I'm trying to... 10 pain. It was 6 pain, they brought it back up in the latest recent patch. It's 10 pain now. Yeah, but it also has a small chance to shatter a lesser soul fragment from your target. These are the lesser soul fragments, yeah, those are those purple orbs over there. You can see the buff here, soul fragments. Each soul fragment heals us for 43k. And we consume those soul fragments with Soul Cleave, yeah? Soul Cleave does 124k physical damage. And heal yourself up to 193k based on the pain you spend. So, you build up pain with Shear, and if you use 60 pain on Soul Cleave, it heals the Demonhunter for 193k health. But also the lesser soul fragments will heal us for 43k. There we go. Each. So the more soul fragments we have, the more healing we do. So you want to get up to like 60 pain. Yeah, there we go. You want to have some soul fragments on. Basically, this is death striking. Yeah. Oh, I have 2 soul fragments. I took a big hit. Now I want to use my soul cleave. Yeah. That's basically how it works. It reminds me of the Death Knight. When do I death strike? Yeah. When do you soul cleave? You want to soul cleave if you have enough pain and if you have enough soul fragments to heal yourself up. Basically, if I'm dropping to like 70 or 80% HP, I have 3 soul fragments, I'm down to 70% HP, then I'm going to heal myself, and I have this beautiful big numbers in healing myself up. That's the basic thing where it comes down to. That's the basic self-healing style of the Death Knight, of the Vengeance Demonhunter. Of course, you also want to keep up demon spikes. Yeah, this is your active mitigation. Surge with fel power, increasing your parry chance by 20% and reducing physical damage taken by 53% for 6 seconds. Costs 20 pain. Yeah, so you want to generate pain and spend it on. So you want to spend it on soul cleave, and you want to spend it on your active mitigation. Yeah, you want to check if your active mitigation is still up, and is my soul fragment still up, and when do I need to use my soul fragments to heal myself. That's the very basic form, the basic way a demon hunter works. Now, what cooldowns do we have? We have things like Metamorphosis, yeah? Transfer. This is your big 3-minute cooldown, yeah? Transfer to a demon for 15 seconds, increasing current and maximum health by 35%. Looks very cool, yeah? You're turning into this whole kind of guy. It looks really amazing. You all tune purple, yeah? Balls to the walls, getting more, and you just have more HP. That's about it. We lose our glaives somehow. I don't know what happened to our glaives, but somehow we lost them. And now they're back. That's one of the things we have. We have darkness, which is really, really shit, and I don't know why it's in the game. Summons darkness around you in an 8-yard radius, cloaking friendly targets and granting a 15% chance to avoid all damage from an attack. Lasts 8 seconds. I don't know why this is in the game, and I will tell you why. So it has a 15% chance, yeah, to avoid all damage from an attack. That means the attack has an 85% chance to hit all people standing into darkness. So it's not a really reliable cooldown. It's on 3 minutes, which is very big, but it only has a 15% chance that it will work. Why isn't this like a 15% damage reduction on 3-minute cooldown? Like, you can use it on a melee, like the other tank is tanking, there's a boss ability going off, a shaman is using his cooldown for the range, and if this was a 15% damage reduction, I would be like, oh, I will sheet the melee. It looks very cool. I will pop a cooldown for the melee, yeah? But I could still do that, but it has an 85% chance that the melee still will be hit by that attack and still take a shitload of damage, and people still might die. So a 3-minute cooldown on something that has a 15% chance to do no damage is really, really shit. That needs to change to like a 50% damage reduction, yeah? For like 6 seconds or something. What else do we have? Well, we have the anti-magic shield. I already talked about that. We have, for the rest, basically everything what I have are talents, except for Fury Brand. Yeah, it's a 1-minute cooldown. Brand an enemy with demonic symbol, instantly dealing 168k fire damage, and reducing the damage to they do to you by 40% for 8 seconds. I believe, and you can, it's basically your Icebound Fortitude or your Shield Wall. Kind of thing. It's a very good cooldown. Things we have also in our rotation are, of course, our throw glaives. Yeah. Throw a demonic glaive at the target, dealing 28k physical damage. The glaive can ricochet to 2 additional enemies within 10 yards. Generates high threat. Basically, Avenger's Shield. Yeah, only without the silence. We have Immolation Arrow, engulf yourself in flames. It looks very cool. Instantly causing 50k fire damage to all enemies within 8 yards and radiating 11k fire damage every second. Lasts 6 seconds, yeah? Looks like this, very, very cool. And if you put a talent into it, which we'll talk about later, it gives you soul fragments as well. Then we have Sigil of Flames, yeah? Places a Sigil of Flame at your location that activates after 2 seconds, deals 38k fire damage, and an additional 56k fire damage over 8 seconds, yeah? Looks like this. Yeah, that's how it works. Then we have the Mass Grip, which I already showed you, but is called Sigil of Change. We also have Sigil of Silence, yeah? This is very, very cool. This is something that I very, very like. Yeah, this is very cool. Places a Sigil of Silence at your location that activates after 2 seconds. Silence all enemies affected by the Sigil for 8 seconds. Yeah, mass interrupt right here on the spot. Very, very cool. Right now the Sigils are summoned at my spot. You can also pick a talent that you can put your Sigils down somewhere else. I will show you guys that later on. And for the rest, we have, of course, our Imprison. You can imprison a demon for 1 minute. And we have our Interrupt, Consume Magic. Yeah, interrupts the enemy spell casting and locks them from that school of magic for 3 seconds. It generates 50 pain, okay? Make sure to use that. Use it proper because you can build up pain very quickly when you're interrupting for Soul Cleave to heal yourself back up. Everything else I have on here except Taunt, of course, are talents. So let's dive into the talents for the Vengeance Demonhunter. Level 99, we have Abyssal Strike, Agonizing Flames, and Razor Spikes. Abyssal Strike gives us increases my leap ability, my Infernal Strike. Yeah, Infernal Strike range is increased by 10 yards, and its cooldown is reduced by 5 seconds. Normally, this is a 30-yard range on a 20-second recharge. With this talent, it's a 40-yard range with a 15-second recharge time. Okay. It's very good for mobile fights when you have to leap a lot and when you have to leap really big distances. This is really giving you a lot of mobility. Then we have Agonizing Flames, which is not that bad as well. Immolation Aura, yeah, which is only on a 13.8 second cooldown. Immolation Aura increases your movement speed by 30% and deals 15% increased damage. Yeah, this is in the start is. It's kind of up there with Abyssal Strike. Pick whatever you prefer, but later on, Agonizing Flames is going to be better. I will explain at the end of the video. For a single target boss fight without any movement, we have Razor Spikes. While Demon Spikes is active, you deal 20% increased physical damage, and your melee attacks snare targets by 50% for 6 seconds. Basically, this is a DPS upgrade. Yeah, if you have a boss without any movement, or not a lot of movement, you can go for Razor Spikes. Level 100, we have Feast of Souls. Soul Cleave heals you for an additional 83.7k over 6 seconds. So you're giving yourself a hot when you're using Soul Cleave. Then we have Fallout. Immolation Aura initial burst has a chance to shatter lesser soul fragments from enemies. So on a 13.8 second cooldown, my initial burst, so the first explosion, yeah, of Immolation Aura, has a chance to give me a soul fragment. Keep in mind that the soul fragment heals us for like 43k, yeah? So that's a pretty good heal. And you have a chance to get a soul fragment from a single target enemy, but also a group of mobs, yeah? From AoE as well, which can give you a lot of soul fragments. These two are very close, yeah? For AoE tanking, if you're tanking AoE doing dungeons, Fallout is ahead of it, because when you're tanking 5 mobs, you're using... when you're using Immolation Aura, yeah? Every mob can spawn a soul fragment, which can instantly cap me in soul fragments, giving me 5 soul fragments, giving me 200k heal instantly. Then I can use the 193k heal of Soul Cleave, that almost gives me, or it gives me a 400k heal instantly. Yeah, but only using one burst from Immolation Aura. Very powerful for AoE tanking. Feast of Souls, however, I need to see how much time. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell, but I leave it up to the mathematicians. Feast of Souls could be kind of stronger than Fallout in a single target situation. Feast of Souls was healing for 63k over 6 seconds, but they buffed it to 83k, so we kind of have to see what is going on. Numbers are still being tweaked, so it's hard for me to say like, oh, pick this talent because it's going to be better. We're not there yet, okay, but these are 2 very viable talents. AoE Fallout is still winning though. I mean, that's clearly winning because of if you get 5 soul fragments with a instant push of a button, that's 200k healing instantly, over 83k over 6 seconds. Fallout is winning in AoE, but single target I can't tell you. Burning Alive, every 2 seconds your Fury Brand deals 23k fire damage and spreads from the primary target to a nearby enemy. Basically, if you're tanking extra mobs and you want to use your Fury Brand as a AoE cooldown, as an AoE damage reduction for all the mobs who are hitting you, Fury Brand can help you out there. So if there are boss fights in raids in Legion that you have very hard hitting mobs, which you want to have a cooldown for, that is going to affect all the mobs around you, Fury Brand can help you out there. Level 102, we're getting in some talents which will change your playstyle. We have Flame Crash, which is really handy in dungeons. Yeah, Infernal Strike creates a sigil of flame when you land. So your sigil of flame will go off the moment I land. There it is, without activating the cooldown. Really nice to get. If I'm doing dungeons, I'm basically leaping from group to group. I instantly, my seals go off. I instantly, then I pop my immolation aura. It gives me a lot of threat, a lot of fire damage, and a lot of souls. So that's pretty good. So this comes in handy in dungeons. We also have Fellblade. Yeah, charge to your target and deal 105k fire damage. That's a lot. Sheer has a chance to reset the cooldown on Fellblade. So this is Fellblade, and it's pretty good. I will kind of want to let you guys know in the end of the video why it's good. But the range of the charge, yes, only 15 yards. Now I can show you guys. Here we go. This is 15 yards. Yeah, this is how it looks like. It gives you even more mobility than we have already. It does 105k fire damage, so it's a big DPS upgrade. For a single target boss, this could be very, very viable. You also have Gluttony. Consuming a soul fragment increases the damage of your next soul cleave by 10%, stacking up 5 times. Also a single target DPS. So basically, Flame Crash is for AoE. Fellblade and Gluttony, once again, I'm gonna leave it up to the mathematicians. However, Fellblade will be more viable if you're progressing your artifact weapon. I will tell a little bit more after we went through the talents. Then level 104, we have Feed the Demon, Fracture and Soul Rending. Feed the Demon. Consuming a soul fragment reduces the remaining cooldown of Demon Spikes by 1 second. Very nice, yeah? Demon Spikes are active mitigation, increasing parry chance and reduces physical damage taken by 33%. With this talent, Feed the Demon. Let me get up to some, let me generate some pain, here we go. Okay, so basically what it does, every soul fragment, I have 3 right now. So when I use one, let's use them both. You can see 12 seconds left. I have 4. I'm consuming them. It instantly goes from 8 to 3 seconds. Basically, with this talent, it gives me the ability to have my active mitigation up like basically all the freaking time. Yeah, before it runs out. I'm not entirely making it right now. But as you can see, it helps you greatly to improve the uptime of Demon Spikes. Very, very nice, okay? So, Feed the Demon, very powerful to keep up that active mitigation, yeah? Then we have Fracture. Fracture is pretty good as well, but I'm having some problems with it. Brutally slam your target for 158k physical damage and shatter 2 lesser soul fragments from them. It's not. I have a little bit of a problem with this. Yeah. Where it is? Fracture. Let me have a look. There it is. Let me put it out here. So this costs 40 pain. Yeah. Your active mitigation is 20 pain, and you need about 30 to 60 pain to heal yourself with Soul Cleave. So let's say we need 30 pain for Soul Cleave, and then we need 40 pain for Fracture. The good thing about this is guaranteed. This will give you guaranteed 2 lesser soul fragments. So that's 86k heal already, yeah? That is good. But the costs of it are really big because it's 40 pain to get those 2 soul fragments, and it's 30 pain at least to absorb them. So let me show you guys if I want to get to 70 pain, and I'm using my active mitigation. And right now I want to get to 70 pain. Now I'm there. Now I can use the ability. Now I can consume the soul fragments. But as you can see, you have a chance that the road to getting to 70 pain may already give you more than enough. Look, I'm capped already. I'm almost capped. I already have 4 soul fragments when I'm reaching 70 pain. So if I'm using Fracture right now, I'm overcapping, I'm wasting 1 soul fragment, which is a waste. And all that time, yeah, that entire window, what I'm using to get pain, I can't heal myself because I need to wait to actually get there to 70 pain. So I think it's a large window. Look, I'm at 5. The moment I'm at 70 pain to use Fracture, I already have 5 soul fragments. So it's a big time window without using Soul Cleave to absorb your soul fragments, and you have the chance when you reach 70 pain, you're going to be soul fragment capped already. If you want to get the max out of Soul Cleave, you need to stack up Soul Cleave to 60 pain, and then together with the 40 pain from Fracture, you have a 100 pain. You need 100 pain. Well, if that time window is even bigger, yeah, to get 100 pain, to go from to get from 0 to 100, that time window is even bigger and it will take longer, and you will basically, when you're at 100 pain, almost every time you are capped already for soul fragments. So it could be really, it can help you out on those moments, like you're getting a lot of pain and you're taking a lot of hits. Yes, you can use it like, oh, I just used my soul fragments, I need to get soul fragments again. And if you are unlucky with getting soul fragments, Fracture can help you out to have guaranteed soul fragments. But I think the pain cost of Fracture together with Soul Cleave is a little bit much, because usually you will have soul fragments up. Yeah? And basically you already have 3 or 4, and if you get like 4 or more, you're capped out. I don't really see the use of that. And that window, without healing yourself to getting to 70 pain, the time that it takes to get there, and in that window to get to 70 pain, you're not allowed to heal yourself. So you have that gap, like I'm not healing myself, now I'm healing myself for a lot. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of it yet, but maybe it will change. Then we have Soul Rending. Gain 50% leads while Metamorphosis is active. So what that does, it just buffs your Metamorphosis, your 3-minute cooldown. I'd rather have Feed the Demon. Right now, in my opinion, I've been thinking a lot of dungeons with this character, yeah? Feed the Demon is coming on top, because I'm getting a lot of soul fragments already, and I can have my active mitigation demon spikes up 90 to 95% of the time, which gives me 33% less reduced physical damage and 20% parry chance. In my opinion, right now, how it's playing in dungeons and stuff, Feed the Demon is coming out on top. Once again, numbers and pain costs and all the kind of stuff is still being tricked out, so Fracture could be a very good thing. Soul Rending would only be if it's basically upgrading your Metamorphosis. If Metamorphosis can't save you, then if the boss has something on a certain ability on a 3-minute window that hits like a fucking truck, and you need to upgrade your Metamorphosis to soak that damage, yeah, then Soul Rending would come in handy. But otherwise, Fracture and Feed the Demon right now are better than Soul Rending. Level 106, we have Concentrated Sigils. This is what I'm using for dungeons. All sigils are now targeted at your location, and the duration of their effects is increased by 2 seconds. That's why every sigil, yeah, is dropping at my feet. We also have Quickened Sigils. All sigils are activated 1 second faster, and the cooldowns are reduced by 20%. This can come in handy, because now I can place my sigil. So let's say I'm tanking the boss, yeah, and the other tank is tanking a group of ads, and I want to help interrupt them. Now I can put my sigil down and help the ads being tanked over there being mass interrupted, or I can place my mass grip to help out my off tank, or to group to put a bunch of mobs in a certain position. I can also put fire damage out somewhere else where it's needed to help out in certain situations, to pick up ads who are running towards something. I can intercept them with Sigil of Flames. So Quickened Sigil can be very handy if we're dealing with ads or a lot of movement, or you want to help out silencing mobs that are out of your range, whatever. Quickened Sigils is a very strong talent. In dungeons, however, when everything is hitting you and you're the only tank and you have all the mobs on you, I would go for Concentrated Sigils. Then we have Fell Eruption. Impales the target for 280k. That's a lot of damage. And stuns them for 2 seconds. Inflicts an additional 100% damage against permanently immune to stuns. Basically, this is your single target DPS upgrade. Yeah. For if you have a single target boss and you don't need the Quickened Sigils, you don't need the Concentrated Sigils, you want to put out as much damage as possible, you could pick up Fell Eruption, because against a boss this will go times 2, so you basically have a 460k Fell Eruption hit, okay? So single target DPS raise increase like Butcher and stuff. Without, you would go for Fell Eruption. On boss tactics, I would advise to go with quickened sigils, and in dungeons, concentrated sigils. But pick between concentrated sigils and quickened sigils, depending on raid, boss fights, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Level 108, we have Fell Devastation. That's right now is a cooldown on my bars. That's why I didn't talk about these abilities right here. These two. Fell Devastation is unleash the Fell within you, damaging enemies directly in front of you for 234k fire damage over 1.8 seconds. Causing damage also heals you up to 536k heal. So this is a 536k heal in 1 second, yeah? On demand. Very strong. And it looks cool as hell as well. Let me demonstrate. Let me get some pain. There we go. Looks very cool, yeah? Very awesome, and it heals you as well. Then we have Blade Turning. Parrying an attack increases the pain generation of your next shear by 50%. Yeah, this can help you out as well. I have to see which is stronger than the other one. Right now, I like to do Fell Devastation when I'm tanking dungeons. Sometimes you have that oh shit moment where you're taking a lot of freaking damage, and then I pop Fell Devastation to heal myself up instantly. I have 1820k health, and I'm instantly getting like 536,000 health back. So it's 1/3 of my basically it's 1/3 of my HP. Yeah. On an instant, on a 1 minute cooldown. This is very, very cool. So right now I prefer in dungeons Fell Devastation. Blade Turning, I'm waiting for the mathematicians, and numbers are still being tweaked, like I said before. This could be better, that you can put up more soul cleaves. However, you still want to focus on your soul, on the soul fragments to choose when you are going to soul cleave. Then we have Spirit Bomb. Launch a nearby soul fragment at your target, dealing 32k shadow damage to all nearby enemies and afflicting them with frailty for 15 seconds. You heal for 10% of all damage you deal to enemies with frailty. Basically, once again, yeah, if you're AoE tanking and you need something that is reducing the damage from all mobs, Spirit Bomb can help you out. However, these soul fragments that we are generating will not be spent on healing ourselves with Soul Cleave. They will be spent on Spirit Bomb, which still will heal ourselves. But now this works for backup groups. Level 110, we have Last Resort. Sustaining fatal damage instead transforming you to Metamorphosis, yeah, and returns you to 30% health. This effect may only occur once every 3 minutes. Basically, it's the ability from the Death Knight. The Death Knight had a ability as well. I don't remember the name of it. I'm sorry. Basically, it does the same thing. Of course, this can be very strong. We have Nether Bond, yeah. Bind yourself to a friendly player on a 2-minute cooldown for 15 seconds. Every 1 second, the health of you and your target is redistributed such that you are the same percentage of maximum health. Very good for boss tactics, coming in handy when as tanks you need to soak a lot of damage. You need to soak certain things to make sure none of you take a bigger hit. That you keep your to keep both tanks up at the same amount of level to help out your healers can be very strong. Yeah, very good for tanks who need to work close together on certain circumstances. And then we have Soul Barrier. That's the other talent I have right here. Shield yourself for 8 seconds on a 20-second cooldown for 322k damage, consuming a soul fragment as 53k to the shield. Soul Barrier absorption cannot be reduced below 42k damage. Consumes all soul fragments within 20 yards. In my opinion, this is very strong. In dungeons, I don't need Last Resort in dungeons yet. Let me get some pain going and some soul fragments. Let's see if I can get a lot of soul fragments. There we go. 3. Let me try to see if I can go to the max. 4. See if I can get another one. 5. So if I use it right now with 5 of them, I have a 536k absorb shield. Yeah, on a 20-second cooldown. So in my opinion, this is very, very strong. If I'm dealing with a lot of spiky damage, I can pop this every 20 seconds. I can choose to say like, hey, I'm not going to use my soul fragment this time for healing, but I'm going to put up this huge absorption shield to soak all the damage. This is a very good way of, it's kind of like a second active mitigation almost. You have to make this choice to, am I going to heal myself with soul fragments, or do I want to put out soul barrier to absorb a lot of damage? This has a 20-second cooldown. I think it's very strong because of the 20 seconds cooldown. It's really, really amazing. And if you put enough soul fragments into it, it's very, very strong. I think during raiding, a lot of tanks going to big last resort. However, as a tank, I would not. I would take a look at soul barrier. This could come in very handy to soak some very nasty damage shit going on. Okay, 500k absorption shield on a 20-second cooldown. That's big, guys. So yeah. And last but not least, of course, we have the artifact ability, which is on my shift 9. Yeah, Soul Carver. Carve into the soul of your target, dealing 130k fire damage and an additional 105k fire damage over 3 seconds. Immediately shatters 2 lesser soul fragments from the target and 1 additional lesser soul fragment every 1 second. Basically, in 5 seconds, yeah, on a 1 minute cooldown, you have 5 soul fragments. Let me demonstrate how it looks. Let me get going. Give me some pain. There we go. We're getting all these soul fragments right now pouring out, and we're at 5. We're capped right now. Yeah? And of course, those soul fragments we can choose to heal ourselves with, or we can choose to use it on something else, like our soul barrier or whatever. Yeah, or on our spirit bomb if we're AoE tanking. So this is generating, does a lot of fire damage, and it does it generates 5 soul fragments basically in like 5 seconds. Guaranteed 5 soul fragments. Yeah, guaranteed a 200k heal. Or a 500k absorption shield. So this can stack up very nicely with soul barrier. Or you can just use it to give yourself that very big heal to stack up a lot of pain. Yeah. Generate a lot of pain. Make sure you're on 60 pain. Pop soul carver. Then you get like your 5 soul fragments and throw yourself that big 400k heal. Yeah. That's how it works. So now I want to talk about why Fellblade and things like Fellblade and where is it? Fell Devastation are going to be better when you progress your weapon. Let's throw my weapon in here. If I'm correct, let me have. I don't know if they. Let me have a look. No, there it is. Charred Warblades. You heal for 15% of all fire damage you deal. Yeah, so Fellblade does 105k fire damage. 15% of that is going to be your heal. Once you get that talent, once you get the elite talent of Charred Warblades, everything that deals fire damage, like Immolation Aura, like Sigil of Flames, yeah, everything that deals, I believe that Fell Devastation, fire damage. Look, it does 234k fire damage over 1.8 seconds, and it heals you for 536k. But we're also gonna get, once we have this artifact talent, we're also gonna get 15% of that 234k fire damage. So once we're getting up to the point of Charred Warblades, abilities like Fellblades, which are doing like, yeah, it does fire damage, yeah, it teleports us to our target, but I don't really need the mobility and I don't need the damage. Why should I pick it when I have things like Flame Crash or like Gluttony? Yeah, it's because once you reach this talent, Charred Warblades, Fellblade is going to give you that heal. Yeah, so you want to everything that everything that does fire damage is going to be healing you as well when you have Charred Warblades. So things like Fell Devastation, things like Fellblade, yeah, all those things. When you have Agonizing Flames, if you using the
Immolation Aura, no, I'm looking, Flame Crash. Infernal Strike creates a sigil of flame when you land. You instantly also get some healing because sigil of flame is fire damage. All those things will help you surviving, will heal you. So some talents which right now are just basic fire damage will become fire damage and also self-healing when you get to Charred Warblades. So when you get to Charred Warblades, you definitely want to take another look at your spec and see like how many fire and which abilities do fire damage, how many healing I'm getting out of that, and do I need that extra healing as extra survivability? Yeah. So keep an eye on that talent. And it was very nice. What else do we got? We got Fueled by Pain. You have a chance to activate Metamorphosis for 5 seconds each time you consume a soul fragment. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, it's we don't know how big the chance is right now. It's nothing spectacular. It's just a passive, but it can give you some great survivability because you can only have 30% or 35% more HP when you consume a soul fragment. So that can be help you out very nicely. Then we have Painbringer. Each soul fragment you consume reduces all damage you take by 3% for 4 seconds. Once again, it's passive, but if I consume 5 soul fragments, I will take 15% less damage as well for 4 seconds. Other things we have are just upgrading abilities. I don't want to go all over them, but Fury Brand also increases fire damage you deal to the target by 10%. There you go. So you do more self-healing when you have Charred Warblades. Upgrading your chance to parry from the Demon Spikes. Soul Cleaver heals for an additional 3%, so we're gonna upgrade our Soul Cleaver so that it heals more. So we're upgrading all kinds of the abilities we already have. But things to look out for is definitely Charred Warblades, because fire damage will heal us for 15% of the fire damage dealt. I'm very curious how much healing that is going to do. And right now I would go with Flame Press of Gluttony, but then things like Fell Blade and a cooldown like Fell Devastation is going to be much more powerful, and that's very interesting. It gives us maybe some more abilities to use, or to slightly change your rotation on the healing you're getting. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this view of the Vengeance Demonhunter. If you guys have any questions or any anything to add on this video, please let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys found it informative, and I'll hope to see you guys on the next video. Thank you very much for watching and listening, guys. Bye bye.